Hi, my name is Charlene Crothers, and I am doing this training today on the Wall of Influence presenters and Ray Higdon. They had a panel at Detroit Empower You, and I wanted to talk about some of my key takeaways and things that were discussed. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me, and I certainly will help you or answer those questions as best as I can. So, first presenter that talked, the question was about overcoming. So, what did you overcome? The first one who talked, and I didn't write down their names, but I wrote down what they said, was pre-programming. And that programming in them was that they were never going to be successful. You do find out that as you advance in life, the people who you thought were going to be your biggest cheerleaders sometimes aren't. So the people you think that's going to support you might not support you, and that's okay. Let your light shine. Stop dancing for those who are not applauding you. Another presenter talked about unsupportive husbands. And the reason that a lot of them are not supportive is they have a hard time watching you fail. And not only do they watch you fail, they watch you fail over and over and over. And it is dragging them down as well. So, just go hard regardless. They will eventually come around. And the other thing, if you think about it, if you're a presenter and let's say you only sold $300 in 6 months and you're telling your spouse how you want to be a 6 and 7 figure earner, and they're looking like you only made so much money in 6 months. Like, how is that going to be possible? And then watch your ego as well, because sometimes it's not really that we have an unsupportive spouse. It's our attitude towards them because we're expecting that. So, and that kind of goes back to the pre-programming. So we're expecting that. So then we start to become like we have a big ego, and we question everything they're saying, like they're not supportive, when in fact it's our ego getting into the way. Do the work. That's so again, just do the work. Like, if you want to overcome anything, you're gonna have to put the work in. You don't have to have permission to succeed. That was something another Wall of Influencer presenter said. You don't have to ask permission from anybody. You can just do it. It's okay. Use that negativity. So what the presenter talked about was she had hadn't a picture of herself, and her makeup didn't look the greatest. It was in the beginning when she hadn't been in very long, and someone had mentioned how her makeup did not look good to her. And so turn it around and be relatable and basically say, hey, my makeup isn't on point, my makeup isn't perfect, but if I can do this, so can you. So turn that negativity around into something positive. And this is a Wall of Influencer, clearly makes pretty good living. But she said towards the beginning, she's like, I still don't even know how to do makeup very well. I know how to do eyelashes. But she's like, in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I just did it and got some negativity and still stuck it through, and is where she's at now. Fear of failure. So people, are afraid of failing. Embrace the suck. Lean into the discomfort. Nobody died for being stuck. Nobody died. So you'll be fine. And then, what can I do now? And then just do it. And also remember, and I love this saying, each one teach one. So, and everything that you learn, teach to one other person. That's why I'm doing this video. Each one teach one. I'm hoping that this video will help somebody. Pick one thing, focus on it. So, and the question was, you know, what can you do? What's helpful for the now? So pick one thing, focus on it. Inviting more people and being addicted to the process. Don't be addicted to the outcome, but to the activity. So I might send out 150 messages and I'm celebrating that. I'm not celebrating how many said yes. I'm celebrating I sent out 150 messages. And then events, show up. I honestly had no idea how amazing Empower You is. I've been to a convention, and convention's great. I mean, they're not even comparable, is kind of the thing. Convention's amazing. But Empower You just made me feel full. I mean, I had my emotional cup filled. It was a lot of empowering messages and training and hearing other people's stories, and it was just amazing. I didn't even expect this. Like, I had no clue, and I am going to continue showing up. Every company event, the plan is I'm going to show up. So show up, recreate your vision. You know, sometimes you have a why, you know, why you start, and your why can change. You have a vision of where you see yourself. Your vision can change. You're not stuck in that vision. So it can change at any time. And then the third question is any words of wisdom. So take inventory. Make sure that we're putting out more positive energy out there and that we're surrounding ourselves with positivity, not negativity. You always want to be around positive people. If it's not serving you, it's not deserving you. So that negativity isn't deserving of you. Watch your language. Language can be ignorance on fire, and it can cause you to become very distracted. And so make sure that you're watching what you say. You're saying it in a way, in a very intentional way, a very purposeful way, a very positive way. It cannot be construed as negative. You know, and one thing that I think of is when you are talking about like your affirmations. You don't want to have an affirmation that is, I want to be debt free, because what you're putting out there in the energy is debt. You're saying debt. Now, it ain't going to hear the debt free. It's going to hear debt, and you're going to stay in debt, and your affirmation's not going to work. So really watch what your language is. Make sure it's positive, that there's nothing, no negative connotation. Being more outward facing. So when you're in a rut, stop making it about you. That's what a lot of people do. When they're in a rut, then it's poor me. Oh my gosh, what did I do? How can I get out of this? Like, look outward and stop making it about you. And I am super guilty of this because I will start getting into that distorted thinking. Like, everything's about me. Like, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do wrong? Stop making it about you and look at what is the bigger purpose. We're all going to go through something. It's how you handle it. So what is your bigger purpose? Because you don't want those negative Nancy's to get in the way of your bigger purpose. And then, and this I thought was extremely interesting, the 1% rule. It's compounding, keep pushing. So think about this. Pretend that you're an ice cube, or just pretend you have an ice cube, okay? And it is 0 degrees out, and then it starts getting warmer. It starts getting 1 degree warmer, and it starts getting 1 degree warmer. And as it climbs up to 32 degrees, then eventually it starts to melt, which isn't what you want with your ice cube. But keep in mind how much it had to take for that to actually start melting. Like, everything's gonna compound, your moment is gonna come. Just keep in mind that, you know, it's not everything's gonna happen at once. It's going to take time. So if you want that ice cube to melt, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take lots of time. So just keep that in mind, that if you have a bad day today, blow it off. Tomorrow is a new day. And, you know, remember that your language needs to be positive. Surround yourself with positive people. Your moment is coming and you will shine. We're all gonna shine together. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this training, is the panel from the Wall of Influence presenters and Ray Higdon, and what they had to say to help out and encourage all of us. So thank you for joining me. I hope you found lots of value in this, and I will do another training on another topic. So thank you. Bye.